Imagine standing at the edge of the ocean, watching as the waves roll in, one after another, endlessly shaping the shore. Every drop of water, seemingly independent, is in fact inseparable from the vast sea. This is not just a poetic image, it is a reflection of the very nature of reality. For centuries, we have been conditioned to see ourselves as separate beings, disconnected from the world around us, isolated in our own thoughts and experiences. But modern science is revealing a truth that ancient wisdom has long understood: everything is connected. And if everything is connected, then what does that mean for the way you live, the thoughts you think, and the reality you experience? Albert Einstein once described quantum entanglement as spooky action at a distance, because it defied all conventional logic. Imagine taking two particles, linking them together, and then sending them to opposite ends of the universe. Logic would say that whatever happens to one should have no effect on the other. And yet, experiments have repeatedly proven that when the state of one particle changes, the other reacts instantly without any signal traveling between them. This means that at the most fundamental level, reality does not obey the limits of time and space the way we think it should. This is not just theoretical speculation. In 1982, physicist Alain Aspect conducted a groundbreaking experiment that confirmed this eerie connection between particles. And if particles, these building blocks of everything that exists, are connected beyond time and space, then what about you? Your body, your thoughts, your emotions, everything that makes you who you are is made of these same particles. What if this interconnectedness extends beyond the microscopic world? What if your thoughts, rather than being confined to the space inside your skull, ripple outward, influencing the energy around you, shaping the circumstances of your life? This is not just an abstract idea. The Harmath Institute has demonstrated that the human heart generates a powerful electromagnetic field that extends several feet beyond the body. Even more fascinating, this field is directly influenced by your emotions. When you feel gratitude, love, or appreciation, the field becomes more coherent, balanced, and structured. When you feel stress, anger, or fear, it becomes erratic and chaotic. In one experiment, participants were instructed to direct positive emotions toward a container of human DNA. Astonishingly, the DNA strands physically changed their shape, either tightening or loosening, depending on the emotional energy being projected toward them. Think about that for a moment. If your emotions can alter DNA outside of your body, what else are they affecting? Could it be that your thoughts and emotions are shaping your reality far more than you have ever realized? Science gives us more clues. The famous double-slit experiment in quantum mechanics has shown that the mere act of observation changes the behavior of particles. When no one is watching, light behaves like a wave, spreading out in all directions. But the moment an observer is introduced, it collapses into a particle, taking a definite form. This means that consciousness, the simple act of paying attention, literally alters the physical world. If something as small as a photon responds to observation, imagine what happens when you focus your thoughts and emotions with intention. Perhaps you have already experienced this in your own life without realizing it. Have you ever thought about someone you haven't spoken to in years, only for them to suddenly call you? Have you ever walked into a room and immediately sensed tension in the air, even before anyone spoke? Have you ever had a gut feeling that something was about to happen, only to see it unfold exactly as you predicted? These are not coincidences. They are signs of the invisible threads of connection that bind everything together. Scientists at Harvard Medical School have even found that patients who receive prayers or positive thoughts from others without knowing about it recover faster than those who do not. If human intention can influence another person's healing process, imagine what it could do when directed with purpose in your own life. For too long, we have been taught that reality is fixed, that the world is purely material, and that our lives are shaped only by external forces. But if everything is connected, then you are not just a passive observer, you are an active participant. Your thoughts and emotions are not just internal events, they are energetic transmissions that interact with the world around you. This understanding is not just philosophical, it has practical implications for how you live every single day. If your mind has the power to influence reality, how can you use that power consciously? It starts with awareness. The first step is to notice the quality of your thoughts. Are you constantly worrying, focusing on what could go wrong, replaying past regrets? Or are you directing your thoughts toward possibility, toward gratitude, toward creating the future you desire? Your emotions play an even bigger role than you may realize. It is not enough to simply think positively, you must feel the emotions associated with what you want to create. The universe does not respond to your words, it responds to your energy. If you say, "I want abundance," but deep down, you feel fear or scarcity, then the vibration you are sending out is one of lack. But if you cultivate the feeling of abundance, if you feel grateful for what you already have, if you act as if your goals have already been realized, then your energy shifts. And when your energy shifts, so does your reality. This is why practices like meditation and visualization are so powerful. When you enter a meditative state, your brainwaves slow down, allowing you to access the subconscious mind, the part of you that shapes 95% of your behavior. This is where deep-seated beliefs are stored. And this is where true transformation begins. Visualization is not just a mental exercise. It is a way of training your mind and body to align with the future you want to create. Olympic athletes use this technique before competitions, mentally rehearsing their performance in vivid detail. Studies have shown that the brain does not distinguish between a real experience and a vividly imagined one. When you visualize something clearly, accompanied by strong emotion, your brain begins to rewire itself to see that outcome as reality. Your environment also matters. If everything is energy, then the people you surround yourself with influence your own energetic field. Have you ever noticed how spending time with certain people leaves you feeling drained, while others uplift and energize you? This is not just a feeling, it is a real interaction of electromagnetic fields. Choose your company wisely. Surround yourself with people who elevate your frequency rather than lower it. More than anything, understand that you are not separate from the universe, you are an extension of it. The same intelligence that governs the stars, that orchestrates the seasons, that allows a seed to become a towering tree, flows through you. You are not a random collection of atoms navigating a chaotic world. You are a powerful creator, capable of shaping your reality through your thoughts, emotions, and actions. The next time you stand by the ocean, watching the waves roll in, remember that just as each droplet is part of the vast sea, you too are part of something far greater. And once you embrace this truth, the way you see the world and yourself will never be the same. From the moment you were born, your mind began absorbing the world around you like a sponge. Every word spoken, every reaction from those around you, every experience, good or bad, became part of the intricate programming of your subconscious. Before you were even old enough to form conscious thoughts, your subconscious was already shaping your beliefs about life, money, relationships, health, and most importantly, yourself. This is not just a philosophical idea, it is a scientifically proven reality. Dr. Bruce Lipton, a renowned cell biologist, discovered that from birth until about the age of 7, the human brain predominantly operates in theta wave frequency, the same frequency that hypnotists use to access the subconscious mind. In other words, during your earliest years, you were in a state of deep, unquestioning absorption, accepting the world as it was presented to you. If you were told that life is a struggle, that money is scarce, that love is conditional, or that your potential is limited, these beliefs became the foundation of your subconscious reality. And once a belief takes root in the subconscious, it operates like an invisible program, quietly dictating your decisions, your emotions, and the circumstances you attract without you even realizing it. Think about the times you've tried to change something in your life but found yourself falling back into the same old patterns. Perhaps you set a goal to improve your health, only to find yourself reaching for comfort foods in times of stress. Maybe you wanted to attract financial abundance, but unexpected expenses always seemed to drain your bank account. Or maybe you longed for a fulfilling relationship, yet somehow kept ending up in the same cycle of disappointment. This is not a failure of willpower. It is the subconscious mind running an old program, one that was installed long before you were old enough to question it. Scientists estimate that 95% of your daily actions are controlled by your subconscious mind. Meaning that even when you consciously desire change, your subconscious may be steering you in a different direction. If this is true, then how do you break free? The first step is understanding that the subconscious does not respond to logic, it responds to emotion, repetition, and experience. This is why simply telling yourself to think positive rarely works. If your subconscious has been programmed with limiting beliefs for decades, a single moment of inspiration is not enough to rewrite the script. But there is good news. Just as a computer can be updated with new software, your subconscious mind can be reprogrammed with new beliefs that align with the life you truly want to live. The key is learning how to communicate with your subconscious in its own language through repetition, emotional intensity, and deep mental states. One of the most powerful ways to access the subconscious is through meditation and visualization. When you enter a meditative state, your brain naturally shifts into theta waves, the same frequency your subconscious operated in when you were a child. This is the ideal state for imprinting new beliefs. Studies in neuroscience and epigenetics show that when you visualize a desired outcome vividly, with strong emotion, your brain rewires itself as if the experience is already real. Olympic athletes have used this technique for years, mentally rehearsing their performances before ever stepping onto the field. Their brains show the same neural activity whether they are physically practicing or simply imagining their success. This means that when you visualize yourself as strong, confident, financially abundant, or deeply loved, your brain begins to accept this as reality, altering the subconscious programming that may have been limiting you for years. But visualization alone is not enough. The subconscious also responds powerfully to affirmations and emotional conditioning. The key is not just saying positive statements, but feeling them deeply. If you repeat the words, "I am worthy of success," but inside, you feel doubt or unworthiness, the subconscious will reject the message. Instead, you must generate the emotional experience of already being the person you want to become. This is where gratitude plays a transformative role. When you feel gratitude for something as if it has already happened, your brain and body respond as if it is real. Gratitude shifts your energy, aligning you with a state of receiving rather than longing. Scientific studies from the Harmath Institute reveal that people who regularly practice gratitude show reduced stress, improved immune function, and greater overall well-being. More importantly, gratitude aligns your subconscious with a frequency that attracts more of what you appreciate into your life. Another method of reprogramming the subconscious is through habitual action. Your subconscious learns best through repetition and experience, not just thoughts. If you want to embody confidence, practice standing taller, speaking with conviction, and making bold decisions. If you want to attract abundance, act as if you were already financially secure, not by reckless spending, but by adopting the habits of someone who manages money wisely and expects prosperity. Neuroscientist Dr. Joe Dispenza explains that when you change your behavior, your brain begins to form new neural connections, reinforcing the reality you wish to create. The key is to take action in alignment with your new beliefs, even before they fully feel true. Eventually, as your subconscious adapts, these actions will become second nature. Consider this. If someone spent their entire life believing they were unworthy, would a single pep talk change their self-image? Of course not. But if every day, they practiced seeing themselves differently, reinforcing their worth through their thoughts, emotions, and actions, their subconscious would adapt to this new identity. This is how transformation occurs, not overnight, but through consistent alignment between your conscious desires and your subconscious programming. Now, you may wonder, if the subconscious mind is so powerful, why do most people remain trapped in limiting patterns? The answer is simple. From childhood, we are taught to believe in a fixed reality that life is hard, that we are at the mercy of external circumstances, that change is difficult. But what if reality is not as fixed as we once believed? What if the mind is far more powerful in shaping our experiences than we have ever been told? The latest research in quantum physics and neuroplasticity suggests that reality is not static, it is malleable, shaped by the observer. Your brain, too, is not fixed, it is capable of rewiring itself throughout your life. You are never too old, never too set in your ways, never too late to transform your reality. If you take one thing away from this, let it be this truth: you are not bound by the past. Your subconscious mind may have been programmed long ago, but it can be rewritten. You have the power to choose new beliefs, to align your emotions with the life you desire, and to take actions that reinforce a new reality. Start by noticing the beliefs that have been running in the background of your life. Ask yourself, what do I believe about myself? About money? About love? About what is possible? Then ask, are these beliefs serving me? If they are not, then it is time to replace them. Every morning, take a few moments to visualize the life you want as if it is already happening. Feel the emotions of that reality. Throughout the day, speak to yourself with the kindness and encouragement you would offer a dear friend. Act in alignment with the person you are becoming, even if it feels unfamiliar at first. And most importantly, trust that change is not only possible, it is inevitable when you align your subconscious with your deepest intentions. You are not just a product of your past programming. You are the programmer, and once you reclaim that power, there are no limits to what you can create. Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that the world around you is not as solid, predictable, or fixed as you once believed. Imagine that the very fabric of your reality, the people you meet, the events you experience, and even your health and well-being are all influenced not just by external forces, but by something much more profound, your own consciousness. This is not just a mystical idea, it is an insight emerging from the deepest explorations of modern science. We now understand that the universe is not a collection of isolated objects but a vast web of interconnected energy. And if everything in existence is connected at a quantum level, then your thoughts, emotions, and intentions do not simply stay within you, they ripple out into the universe, shaping your reality in ways both subtle and profound. For centuries, spiritual traditions have spoken of an unseen force that binds all things together. They called it prana, chi, the Akashic field, or the divine matrix. Today, physics offers us a parallel understanding through the study of quantum entanglement, the phenomenon that proves two particles, once connected, remain linked across time and space, instantly affecting each other regardless of distance. This is not theory, it is a scientifically observed reality. The work of physicist Alain Aspect demonstrated that when one entangled particle changes, its counterpart reacts immediately even if they are light years apart. What does this mean for you? It means that separation is an illusion. It means that your mind, your body, and the energy you emit are all part of a vast field of influence, constantly interacting with the world around you. This understanding radically shifts the way we see ourselves. If your mind and energy are interacting with the universe at all times, then your thoughts are not just fleeting ideas inside your head. They are signals being broadcast into the field of reality. This is why your dominant mental and emotional state plays a defining role in shaping the experiences you attract. Scientists like Dr. Joe Dispenza have shown through brain imaging studies that when individuals focus on a desired future outcome while experiencing the emotions associated with it, their brain patterns begin to match the state of that future reality before it has even physically occurred. In other words, the brain does not distinguish between an imagined event and a real one. This is why professional athletes practice mental rehearsal. Visualizing their performance activates the same neural pathways as actual physical training, improving their real-world results. The implications are profound. If you consistently focus on stress, fear, or scarcity, your brain and body adapt to that reality, reinforcing the very conditions you wish to escape. But if you shift your attention toward possibility, gratitude, and abundance, your physiology and your life begins to change in response. Many people hear this and assume it means simply thinking positive thoughts will change their lives. But that is a shallow interpretation. The real power lies not in merely thinking, but in feeling and embodying a new state of being. The universe does not respond to empty words, it responds to the energy behind them. If you say, "I am wealthy," but inside, you feel doubt or anxiety about money, your dominant energy is one of lack, and that is the frequency you continue to project. But if you cultivate the genuine feeling of abundance through gratitude, visualization, and daily actions that align with prosperity, then your energetic field shifts, and the universe reflects that change. This is not magical thinking. It is aligning with the natural principles of how energy interacts. Consider the well-documented placebo effect. Patients given a sugar pill, believing it to be a powerful medicine, often experience real physiological healing. Their belief alone triggers biochemical changes that led to measurable improvements. The same principle applies to your daily life. What you deeply believe and feel influences your biology, your actions, and the responses you receive from the world. Your expectations shape your reality more than you realize. If this is true, then why do so many people struggle to create the life they desire? The answer lies in subconscious programming and inconsistency. Most people oscillate between belief and doubt. They decide to embrace abundance, but the moment an unexpected bill arrives, they revert to fear. They commit to self-love. But when faced with criticism, they fall back into old patterns of insecurity. This is where the universe tests us. Just as a sculptor must repeatedly shape and refine their work before revealing the masterpiece beneath, we must refine our inner state until it becomes our natural way of being. The key is persistence. One of the most important realizations is that your emotions are your guidance system. When you feel uplifted, energized, and inspired, you are in alignment with the natural flow of the universe. When you feel resistance, fear, or frustration, it is a sign that your focus is out of harmony with your deeper truth. This is why daily practices like meditation, breathwork, and gratitude journaling are not just rituals, they're tools for tuning your frequency, aligning you with the version of reality you wish to experience. To begin applying this understanding, start with awareness. Notice the thoughts that dominate your mind. Are they focused on worry, regret, or limitation? If so, recognize that you are reinforcing the very patterns you wish to break. Shift your attention toward gratitude. Each morning, take a moment to feel thankful for even the smallest blessings. Gratitude is one of the most powerful energetic states, as it signals to the universe that you already recognize and appreciate abundance, inviting more of it into your life. Next, engage in visualization with emotional depth. Do not simply imagine success or joy as something distant, feel as if you were already living it. Your mind does not respond to future tense hopes, it responds to present moment experiences. When you practice visualization, activate your senses. Imagine the sights, sounds, and feelings of your desired reality. The clearer and more emotionally rich the vision, the more your subconscious mind will accept it as real. Finally, take aligned action. Energy alone is powerful, but action is what grounds it into reality. If you want health, act as a healthy person. If you desire abundance, make decisions from a place of security rather than fear. If you seek love, embody the qualities you wish to attract. The universe responds to certainty. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions are in harmony, change becomes inevitable. The truth is, you are already shaping reality. Whether consciously or unconsciously, every thought, every belief, every emotion you hold is contributing to the frequency you emit, which in turn influences the experiences you draw into your life. The question is not whether you are creating it, is whether you are doing so intentionally. If you begin each day with the mindset that life is working in your favor, that unseen forces are aligning opportunities for you, and that every challenge is simply a stepping stone to greater growth, you will start to see evidence of this truth in your daily experiences. Science is now catching up to what sages and mystics have taught for millennia. You are not separate from the universe, you are an extension of it. You are not powerless against fate, you are a co-creator of your destiny. The energy you emit is shaping the life you live. And once you fully embrace this reality, not just intellectually, but emotionally and experientially, your world will transform. The journey is not about waiting for external change, it is about becoming the change. The universe is listening. What will you choose to create?